Everyone, our topic is ZeroLender, a trustless peer-to-peer Bitcoin lending platform. Let me introduce our team. My name is Yishi, a master student of Boise State University, Computer Science Department. Josh Holmes and Dr. Gaby Dagher, also from BSU Computer Science Department. This presentation divides our work into 6 parts: introduction, background, ZeroLender protocol, security analysis, performance analysis, and conclusions. P2P lending itself is a branch of P2P economy, which enable investment activities between lenders and borrowers directly. But unfortunately, Bitcoin standards do not support Bitcoin lending yet, which means if you send out your Bitcoins, you totally lose control. Our work is trying to solve this issue. Here is a typical P2P lending model. The left side is the lenders, and the right side is borrowers. Lenders lend a currency to borrowers through a P2P lending platform. The borrower returns principal and interest to lenders under agreed terms. Our ZeroLender has 3 components: borrowers, who use ZeroLender platform to borrow Bitcoins and later returns the amount with an agreed interest; lenders, who lend Bitcoins to borrowers to gain interest based on the amount they lended. ZeroLender service provides lending opportunities to lenders and makes sure Bitcoins are securely transferred between lenders and borrowers in both directions. This protocol owns 5 properties. There is no direct connection between lenders and borrowers. Borrowers could not deny their borrowers. A repayment plan is set up in front to ensure that lenders get fair returns. To protect privacy, ZeroLender platform broke the linkage between lenders and borrowers. I will briefly go through the background and the related work part. As I mentioned before, ZeroLender is a Bitcoin lending platform which is based on Bitcoin transaction. Our work developed on Gregory's coin swap idea, which has escrow, warranty, and payment phase. We also use Peterson's commitment to commit lending information, such as lending amount, returning amount, lender's repayment receiving address from ZeroLender. We use zero-knowledge proof to prove different protocols under different phases, which I will elaborate shortly. Similar work such as different mixing services and zero-knowledge proof used for Bitcoin. I have to emphasize our work is not mixing service, even though it has unlinkability property when we design it. Security model. We assume ZeroLender is malicious, and the lenders also are malicious adversaries. Our model against collusion between ZeroLender and the lenders. At last, borrowers are assumed to covert adversaries. ZeroLender protocol has 3 main phases: negotiation phase, lending phase, and the returning phase. In negotiation phase, borrower submits loan application to ZeroLender and makes deals on total amount of loan, number of repayment, and the interest rate. Then ZeroLender creates a 2 of 2 multi-sig escrow account addresses with borrower. After this, ZeroLender commits a repayment plan based on agreed information. Here is the repayment table looks like. Assume we have n sub t terms. The sum of each column equals to the repayment specific at a specific term. The sum of each row equals repayment based on the unit of loan, which is a fixed denomination. Now we have all negotiation information. Let's process to the lending phase, which has fundraising, securing the fund, and the deposition steps. Here is our lending phase diagram looks like. At step 1, lenders send M units, bitcoins, to escrow account locked by the T1. ZeroLender commit and approve lending information on bulletin board. After funds raised to the desired amount, ZeroLender transfer some amount of bitcoins to the escrow account locked by the T2, where T2 should be larger than the T1. Lenders transfer bitcoins to ZeroLender, but locked by a hash. ZeroLender again posts a mapping table and a consolidated repayment table on bulletin board, which finished the securing fund step. Now everything is ready. Borrowers just need to post pre-image of hash on the bulletin board, which populates the transaction from the ZeroLender to the borrower and from the lenders to the ZeroLender. Here the mapping table looks like, where rows are mapping to the rows in row payment table, and the columns maps to individual lender. You may notice each row only has one committed one, and the sum of each column equals to the lending amount. Our last phase is the returning phase, which includes creating repayment transaction, proof of transaction, and finally finish repayment transaction. All these transactions are based on this consolidated repayment table created at the lending phase, which is very similar to our raw payment table. In our work, we proved ZeroLender is privacy preserving against a covert borrower in negotiation phase and the lending phase. We also proved ZeroLender is privacy preserving against malicious lenders in lending phase and returning phase. We did fund security analysis in different cases, such as ZeroLender and lenders. They may be corrupt, or lenders and ZeroLender, they could collude. Theoretical analysis shows in negotiation phase, runtime complexity depends on rows of the payment table. return terms, and the size of repayment range. In the lending phase, it depends on those of payment table, number of lenders, and return terms. In return phase, runtime depends on those of payment table and the number of lenders. We run our tests on a PC with i7 6700 CPU. In negotiation phase, we tested 6, 12, 24, and 36 months return term with 100 units until 500 units. This is lending units. Construction time and verification time are under minutes. And the proof size less than 100 megabytes. In lending phase, we fixed lenders as 60s, but with the same setup in negotiation phase. We can see construction and the verification time is under half hour. And the proof size is under 400 megabytes. We also compared the performance under different numbers of lenders, such as from the 20 lenders to the 80 lenders, but with fixed repayment terms and lending units. The runtime is under half hour. In return phase, construction and verification time and the proof size, you may notice it's increased dramatically, which may be okay if we consider our typical return time is like 1 month long. Therefore, we may conclude our ZeroLender P2P lending platform has a linear computation time and a storage size. Our model is also compatible with similar sharing economy, such as group buying and crowdfunding, with or without minor modification. In the future, we may extend these concepts on similar cryptocurrencies. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please